Dalton. This is Miss Donham, and I am walking you through how to do the 3 levels of reading. If you'll notice, it is in your Google Classwork under Spring Semester Week 15. And if you'll notice, once you look and open up the assignment, you have Google Slides over here on the left that actually give you the directions on what to do. And then over here on the right is your template that you're actually going to be creating your 3 levels with. So let's look at the instructions first. All right. So across the top of the page, on that template page, you're going to type A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. So you'll do that first, type it across the top of the template. Then you're going to use these 3 circles that you have on your template to put your information on. And you're going to have to insert text boxes and images as needed based on what we're going to do in each one of these circles. Okay, for the innermost circle, and that's this one, okay, the one in the very center, you're going to write one of the themes from the reading passage. And I want you to either choose love or marriage or dreams. Okay, one of those 3 words. Choose one, and you're going to write it at the top of the template. Maybe put it right here in the top of that circle in maybe all caps where it stands out. But you're not going to make it very large because you're going to have to put a lot of things in this circle. So make it small, and then you can make adjustments once you get all of your information into the circle. The next thing you're going to do after you have written your word in, you're going to get a quote from A Midsummer Night's Dream that relates to that word that you choose. Okay? So if you choose love, you're going to need to find a quote that relates to love. You have to go back to one of the chunks in A Midsummer Night's Dream and find a quote that relates to love, and you'll type it in to the circle right underneath where you typed your word. Then you're going to look up the word. Maybe you chose love as your word, and you're going to look it up and write the dictionary definitions of the word love. And I want you to put more than one definition for love. And then the last thing you're going to do in that circle is explain why the word is important to the meaning of the story. Okay? If love is your word, for instance, you're going to explain in one sentence why that word is important to A Midsummer Night's Dream. And all of that goes into this circle here. So you have to make your font size small. Now we're going to talk about the middle circle. And this is where you're going to add your 4 images from the reading passage. Okay, so you can look at your Shakespeare in 6 to get the images from there to put onto this if you want to. For instance, if you chose love as your word, you might choose the purple flower. You might choose 2 people that are holding hands, or you might go out on the internet and search for a picture of a wedding, or maybe a picture of a heart, something that represents love. And those would be your 4 images. Then you're going to explain out next to each image why you included that one. Why would you put a heart? How does it relate to the story? Why would you put a purple flower? Why does it relate to the story? So you'll put an explanation next to each one, and I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a minute. And then in the outer circle, you're going to write 2 sentences, one at the top of the circle and one at the bottom of the circle. And it's a theme statement. And what you're going to do is write about if your word was love, what are two statements that you could say about love? Two things that we know to be true about love in our society, in our world. What do you believe to be true about love? Just write two different sentences, one at the top and one at the bottom, and then you're finished. So, this is what it looks like when you finish. This, of course, is a handwritten one. Yours is going to be digital, but see how they put the four images in the four corners? You'll do that with your with your images that you get off of the internet when you do an insert image from the internet. And then they put their explanations out next to each image. And then see how they did the theme statement number 1 at the top, and then a theme statement number 2 at the bottom. And gold was their word because this example came from a poem that I did with a different class in a different year. So if you have any questions, just shoot me an email. But if you need to, if you need to, stop this video and replay it and rewind it ever how often you need to be able to capture the instructions as you're working. Because I would suggest at this point going on and opening up your template and then listening to my video instructions. Okay? I hope this helps you. And again, reach out to me in email if I can be any help to you. I would love to help.